starting on the second load of ear corn for the afternoon. And the last one, I only did 3 loops around the field. Yeah, that was quick. Fill the wagon. Now we're in some nice long rows. Oh, it's wonderful. I don't know, I don't think they're quite a quarter-mile long, but they're good long runs. And this wagon doesn't have extensions back there, so it could fill really fast. Oh, yep, there's a ditch. My ditch is in this field. Didn't need it, but we'll need it tomorrow. Yeah, we're out here today in the doom and gloom, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow. But Hurricane Zeta is going to mix with all that ice and snow that's been on the western plains, and they think it's going to bring us inches of rain. I say boo, we don't need that. We don't need a drop of rain until next Mother's Day, and even then I probably won't want it. I mean, we have soil moisture, that's for sure. It'll hold us up, but it's too wet to do anything tillage-wise. I mean, maybe you could moldboard plow it and hope that it has all winter to freeze and fall, break down the slabbing you do to it. Today we're not going to run the camera through the picker, but we may get some inside looks. Also, I want to see just how fast we'll fill the wagon. We're cruising. Yep, there's another ditch. Hopefully it did its job, or will do its job. Now we're trying to see how fast we can fill a wagon. Now that we're not doing headland passes and not worried about the trees and wet spots at the edge, we're cruising. Third gear. I mean, it'll still take me 45 minutes to fill a wagon. But we got these nice long rows. It's great. I haven't checked moisture. We're going to have to do that. I was going to bring the moisture tester with me, but I forgot. So we're going to have to wait till we get home. Then when we get home, I'm only going to pick 2 wagons today because I only have so much room in the barn. Because I got hay everywhere and other machines that we'd like to keep dry. And well, we're going to have the ear corn. I didn't quite sell the last 4 wagons yet. We got over 2 sold, and we're going to fill 2 more, and that's all the room I really have. If anybody in Southwest Ohio knows a grain bin builder, okay, I'm sure everybody can give me names, but I need somebody who's creative. I need more of a millwright, not a bin builder. Bin builders just want cookie cutter stuff. And I'm trying to convert one of the grain bins to hold ear corn. So I need somebody who's creative and willing to try stuff and get out a torch and a welder versus just bolt together whatever suck up or Brock sends them in the mail. I need creativity. So if you know somebody with creativity, let me know. I'm going for the 3rd time around, and I think we can already see the corn piling up. I've had to push it around once. There's still some room, and this wagon is very wide, so we can ensure a good load with a big pile. And then feel the dip. Yep, hopefully that ditch does some good tonight. It's sad that we need it at the end of the season, not in the middle of the season. Yeah, for the month of October, you know, we may be short an inch of rain, but we're still 4 inches ahead for the year here. Anybody want to trade soil? This stuff will hold water from probably November 1st to April 30th if you just cry at it. Just drop a tear or 2 and it'll be mud. Well, hopefully growing corn will add soil organic material slowly. just no tilt and compacted depth. And then once it's so packed, you can't sink in. Ask Bandit all about it. He tried that. Not on purpose, it was experimental. That's a big pile we got going back there. Doing 3 loop saws is wonderful, so it means every 12 rows we get a wagon. And we're cruising along fast. Okay, good problem, but annoying solution coming up. This time of year, I don't mind being my own corn kicker. But it's going well and it's not muddy. And the wagons are filling up fast. I guess it's a good bit of exercise. Now I had a rake, and I don't know where the rake went. I'm hoping it fell into the wagon. Like it was a nice, it wasn't a fire rake. They might have called it a potato rake. But it had four really long fingers, and it's great for moving ear corn around. So I don't have to kick it, I can just use the rake and drag it around. It's much easier. I'm hoping it fell in the wagon, because it was on the first wagon. I put it on this wagon, and I think it bounced out because there's a couple cross chains. And I remember watching the ears falling in, those chains bouncing around. And I'm hoping the rake magically fell in and not out. If not, that could be very expensive to find if we don't see it, because it's a rake, and you know, tires and punctures, that may take a bit more than tire check to get out of. And here comes the fun part, shelling this out. Yeah, nice and slow. It's not very scientific to do it by hand because the heat, our body heat, will dry this out. If you wanted to do this more realistically, you know, we'd be grabbing grain that came out of the combine. But we're not using the combine. And I really can't get into any of the loose grain in the ear corn. So I just grabbed a few ears real quick. That's one done. I didn't grab the prettiest ears, because usually the goal of this ear corn is to have nice, pretty looking ears. So we'll do the ugly ones instead. Of course, it didn't help that I cut my finger right on the knuckle yesterday, so I don't feel like doing much with that index finger. For butt shelling in the picker, this doesn't come off the cob that easy. I'll need at least 2 ears to have enough for the moisture tester. And once you get started on these ears, it's not bad. It's just getting them started. And then once you're halfway through, it does fall off. One way to polish up your hands is on these kernels. Everybody wants to sit there and twist, but you kind of gotta like twist and work your way away from the corn on the cob. Get it to fall off. Okay, that's all in there. Got the lovely moisture meter. Gotta turn it on first. It's already set to corn. The question is, how well can I get the corn in the meter without getting it everywhere? Now I tried being smart and shelling it directly off the cob into the moisture tester. Well, the tester only has so much attention span before it shuts off. So then you gotta sit there and start it back up, but you can't start it with it full. I press the button, and we're waiting, and we're waiting. Hopefully you guys can see that. Well, that didn't go well. It hasn't lost any moisture since 2 weeks ago. What a joy. Well, you know, maybe we give it a few hours of warming up here in the house, and we'll see if the moisture changes. Of course, when it warms up, the moisture probably will go up. So that's not good. Because this is cold. It's cold outside. Cold front's coming through. Well, now we know what the moisture is. Still not great. And I'll catch you guys later with more fun farming action.